So I'm so sorry something went wrong with my other broadcast that I designed. So just hope people will find me here on this one. So just bear with me for a little while. And I will just write it right into the Facebook group that they are going to use another link for this session. So I invite you to just sit down and breathe and be calm. Yeah, you can see me on Facebook, and I will also check out on YouTube how that looks like right now. Maybe. Yeah, there's other links to use. So, welcome. So sorry for the delay. Hey, Lina. So I created this live because I tuned into the collective consciousness of the collective, and I could feel there's so much unworthiness being felt, and people believe this energy that they're not worthy. And I'm here to tell you, you are worthy because you are already what you're looking for. It's just a little glitch in the system. Sorry, I'm just checking if someone is trying to find me. So the glitch is really, and also if you're on Facebook, I just want to say there's a link that you can use. I wrote it earlier today. It says if you're on, I'm using StreamYard as a broadcasting service. So when you are writing into the chat, I will only see you as a Facebook user. I don't see who sent the message. So you either do that, you go to that StreamYard link, or you don't, and I'm fine with just seeing the Facebook user. So I see a black heart, and I see it's from a Facebook user, and you're most welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. So this thing with worthiness, I will actually not speak so much of it as information to you, because we can read about things all day long in books. We can watch YouTube clips. I do that all the time. We can watch speakers or other inspirational people that are talking about, well, worthiness and love and frequencies and so on. I invite you to receive this broadcast with your body system. So I invite you to soften your system first and foremost, so that the frequency of the love, the joy, the like pure consciousness, whatever you want to call it. Someone wants to call it nature, or some even refers to it as God, or the higher power, or the thing that I want to go to. I know it's there, but I cannot reach it. It's already here. The thing we can do is soften in and receive it. So I invite you to take a deep breath down into your body, just to come here. I need to do it because my broadcast went somewhere and I had to recreate it all. And just be present with what's right here in this moment. It's whatever you feel in your body, which is your vessel, to know what is in the present moment. You only have your body. Even though I perceive something as me and there's you, I experience the interaction between us in my system. So therefore I have to be very aware of what's going on in my system when I interact with you, when I speak to you. Otherwise, I live a life that is only automatic. It's like a automatic response to everything that I am, or like everything that I do through life. So feel your body, what's here right now. This is part of Fina Du. I just said that if you're on Facebook watching this broadcast, I won't see your name in this service that I'm using called StreamYard. I sent a link out earlier today that you can go in, you click on the link where you allow StreamYard to make your name visible for me in the service that I'm using. So Fina Du, Facebook user, it's just something that you can do. You don't have to, but I'm so happy you're here. So your body is the device, and to know that you're worthy of something, you first must feel yourself, what's going on in your system, in your body. It's nothing that you can find in your head. We will never find it there, because the head is designed to, or the mind is designed to keep you safe. And that is to free, fight or flight in every given moment where you feel threatened. And what's going on today in the world with, electricity prices, or there's a war going on, and there's like threats everywhere. We are in fight and flight mode, in survival mode 24/7. So you cannot reach the feeling and essence of worthiness from mind. You have to go through yourself, through your system, your body. You cannot find it in someone else's eyes, or someone else says something to you that make you feel better. It can make you feel better, but you have to feel it in your system, and you have to believe what that person is saying about you. You're the one opening up to you, to allow you to be seen, present, to be worthy of being seen. If I close down and I go around tensed all the time, I will never feel worthy of anyone else's affection or love or admiration. Jag ser dig också, mamma. Welcome, mama. It looks good. So, how to oops, sorry about that. Hey, how to allow to see yourself in your body, being present with exactly what you are in the moment, scared or not. It's nothing wrong to be scared, but acknowledging the fact that you're really frightened about what's going on, or you're reacting from fear. So therefore your actions might be a bit questionable to you or others. I'm not saying they're questionable, like you're doing something wrong. I'm just saying, if you're present in your system, in your body, and you allow yourself to be afraid or be angry or be sad, if you allow yourself and you just acknowledge the fact that that is the way you feel in this moment, there is something that's going to shift in your system, because that is unconditional love. You're unconditionally loving yourself, allowing yourself to be sad, to be afraid, to be really, really mad, angry, to have rage, to be in a state of wanting to scream and shout. When we allow all that to happen, and I can feel things are shifting in your systems, it's because we have so many programs of, you shouldn't make sound, you shouldn't be loud, you shouldn't show how sad you are. I've been, like, if you lose someone near and dear, and it's like, I've been sad for 10 years, when is this going to end? It's the resistance to your emotions, which is being contracted and tensed in your body, that keeps the energy of the emotion in place in your body, which creates your thoughts, which creates your experience of your everyday life. So the shortcut is to soften your body. 2% is all, because I know many of us, when we sit down and we feel like, well, now I'm going to allow this, whatever is coming up in my body, to be heard, we feel overwhelmed. it's so much overwhelm in our systems. And I can tell you this overwhelm is mostly not yours. You're just very sensitive to your environment. But that is energy. So what you are afraid of is the energy of overwhelm. And as mind goes and measure things like this is a lot or this is not that much, I can take care of this because it's not that much. But when it's a lot, it feels like it's too much to handle, right? Then I invite you to just soften even more. Because what you truly are is so much more powerful than that feeling of overwhelm or sadness or shame. I have so much more power to transmute all these energies. And I can say I remind myself a lot of times of this when I go into this aspect of me, that things that are not enough for this situation, then I have to remind myself, like, well, it seems very real what I'm going through right now, and it's so overwhelming and so much grief or so much anger or sadness or whatever emotion that I'm struggling with. I have to remind myself that I'm infinite and I have so much power to transmute this energy. And it's not to get rid of it, it's to love that too, so that we can embody, be masters of that energy, of that feeling in our bodies, in our system. So when that feeling turns up next time in our systems, or we are interacting with another person that going through maybe grief or sadness or anger, shame, guilt, we can be presence for that person. And that is the parent and the child, right? The child needs the parent's presence to heal, to feel safe, to feel nurtured, to feel whole, because that's what we're aiming for, is wholeness. When we go through sickness, if we go through grief, maybe if we go through a tough situation in life, if we go to relationships, like everything is about relationships, to sadness, to maybe colleagues, to your spouse or your fiance or whomever, a child, a mother, a father. We can be present for that one who is in pain. And that heals, not, the question of, so what's up? Why can't you tell me what you feel? I can hardly ever tell my mom's here and she asks me sometimes, like, so why do you feel this way? I'm like, I don't know. I just feel grief. I just feel sad, or I just feel pain. It's because my body is so sensitive, and I just allow it to be that way. Maybe it takes 1 hour to transmute that energy, or maybe it takes, 10 days, but I allow it to be there. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's expanding my consciousness widely. I could go through that period and numb it down by maybe watching Netflix or overeat or drink wine, or, numbing it down in whatever way that is one's go-to. But I can also allow myself to be in the pain or the despair of what I'm going through, which is experiencing despair in this body, telling my system, to my mind, this is not a tiger. This will not in any ways kill you. It feels a lot. It's maybe overwhelming, but being in that state and allowing it to be that way without wanting to numb it down. Maybe we do a little bit, but the more softened we are in our system, the more we allow it to be there, and the more breath and soothing, calming, compassionate we are for ourselves, the more this despair or whatever feeling we are going through, or even not knowing what feeling we're going through, but it doesn't feel sunshine and ocean and like a playground. It's not fun. Whatever we're feeling in our system, when we allow it to be there and we are compassionate about what we are feeling, that energy starts to feel safe. The one in you that it could be like 10 years ago, 50 years ago, it doesn't matter. Something happened and your system froze. And it's been stuck there in your system ever since. And that is, every time it feels a little bit, we can all often say like, so it always comes when I at least need it. Like, why now? Because you feel safe. So when this feels safe, it opens up, and then it gets really overwhelming for the system, because we are maybe, I don't know, I was having dinner and all of a sudden I felt this very familiar feeling again. Yeah, because you were in a safe space. You were in a safe environment. And this started to feel safe. You were not focusing on suppressing the energies of this emotion or the stuck feeling in your system. So you're in an environment that vibes high, and you're with friends and you feel safe, and maybe you even feel joy. What happens? Joy is a very high frequency. And when lower frequencies that are not focused on trying to being suppressed are sensing the high frequency, the high vibration, they start to vibrate, which means you will feel them more in your body. And they've always been there, but when you feel them, something is not wrong. Ask yourself, what's right about this? My mentor, Dr. Kim Duramo, she has given me so many tools to use. Like, what's right about this that I'm not aware of? Is your body saying it's time to just be present for this that has been suppressed for a long, long time, and just be loved, be present for it. I read somewhere it takes 90 seconds for an emotion to move through your system if you're without resistance to it, which is kind of amazing. 90 seconds, and we can go for years and years trying not to feel that because it's a bit too much for me to feel. There's so much sadness or grief. I'm not saying it's wrong to grieve, but when you have an imbalance in your system, like you have grief for too long, you have rage for too long, you have shame for too long, that starts to create imbalances in your system. It could be illnesses, but it could also be, repetitive situations in life. Like you go through relationship to relationship and you always end up with a wrong partner that treats you in a way that you're not very happy about. Maybe, I don't know, the way we be treated in life, or maybe you feel like you're always out of lack of money, maybe, or whatever it might be that is not fluid for you. As I said before, it's not sunshine and ocean and playground feeling. Then you have something in your system that you're not embracing, that you're not being present to, that you're not allowing to be. And that is where, like, worthiness is a big thing, that I don't feel worthy of that much joy and love. So just feel into unworthiness. It's kind of a heavy feeling, right? It's kind of dense, and for me it's like when I say the word unworthiness, I see children in front of me and I'm like, they're so worthy of love. Of course they are worthy of love. They are love. They're from love. And somewhere when we grow up, we start to think we're not worthy of love, or we're not worthy of, the perfect wife or husband, or the best job ever. Worthiness is a big, big, big thing. And I can feel it's tensing up in the group, and it's okay. It's just old things that are coming up. And the reason you feel more is because your body wants to be in the state of truth, your truth, which is who you are really here to be, the limitless being. And that's your true essence. And I can assure you that that part of you knows you're worthy. But for that part to be integrated in your system, to be embodied in you more and more, you have to embrace your emotions, such as unworthiness. Loving that part of you that doesn't feel worthy. And that is by softening. And as my mentor, Dr. Kim, says, 2% is enough. When I have clients and they deal with big emotions, I'm just saying, but it's 2% softer. You don't have to be washed over by the tsunami wave of rage or whatever feeling it's stuck there, or the feeling that you even don't have words for. It's 2% softer in the body. It's 2% more for your true self to be integrated, but also 2% more of that which you couldn't handle before because it was too much for you to transmute. And transmute means it shifts from a lower frequency up to a higher one. Good. And I invite you to ask questions. Maybe you have something you're going through right now, and that could be, I promise you, what you are going through, like essence of that is what we're all going through. Because there's like a law of oneness that is, we are part of one consciousness, even though we experience ourselves as different bodies. So we are picking up each other's thoughts and patterns. And I think that many of you, it's like, why do I do this, or why do I think this way? It's not like me. No, but maybe you bought into someone else's pattern. It's how we mirror ourselves in other people to survive. We did that as children. But now when I can see the users here, you're grown-ups, and you can be your own parent to that inner child that is still not aware of, that is in a safe environment, that can take care of itself. Take a breath down to your pelvic floor. So imagine you're breathing in all the way down to your pelvic floor, which is between your legs. And then it's like a balloon expanding out of beyond your hips, your belly, your bum. Good. And I also invite you, because I can feel some of you is like trying to help this energy to move. It's all that is required is really intention. I intend for this breath to move beyond my body, go down to my pelvic floor and move beyond my body. Yeah, I know it takes a little bit of practice, because so many of us are used to be in the driver's seat. I am in control of my life. But it's really about intention, because this energy that is already, it's like we evolved so much as human beings, and the energy of pure consciousness and the essence of who you truly are is already here for us to integrate. And all we have to do really is just soften the system. And the breath is helping this high frequency, that the truth of who we are, to be integrated more in our systems. And many of you have already received a lot of light, a lot of your true essence. So it's like you're already being held by life. So when I say life, I really mean truth, love, joy, like all the yummy, high, vibrant frequencies. I call it life because I'm in a stage in life that I receive life. I receive life because I perceive life as a gift to me, even though what I see sometimes is not candy and ice cream. There's a gift in everything, and when that unfolds, I can see the gift in it, and so I can receive life, and I feel this. I can feel in your systems, your systems, like, oh, I can receive life. Yes, yeah. Life, in essence, is like pure consciousness, very high vibrating frequency. There's nowhere to go to find this. You're already there. You can just receive it. There's nowhere to get to. So it's a feeling of my sister prefers this one. I have a lot of different ones, but it's like you've been on a long journey on it, like, and the final vehicle was train. So you just arrived to your final platform destination, the train station, and you see a bench there on the platform, and you can just like you're on your own. So you don't have your children or your significant other or a friend. So you go and sit on the bench and you just like drop the luggage, and you have nowhere to be. And you see like people on the platform walking by are your thoughts. And you don't have to talk to anyone about your thoughts. You just see them passing by. And the trains, they are your emotions. Some trains, they stay for a little longer. Some trains, they come and then people come out and then they leave. And you just allow that to be that way. But you sit on your bench and you're still not you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to be anywhere. And this is where more emotions or densities. I feel a lot of density when I do this because I have a lot of densities in my pelvis. And sometimes it gets more overwhelmed, or emotions come up, or sensations. You just feel something in your body. It's nothing to really do about it. You're just a witness of its existence, and you just allow it to be just like that. It's perfection. Good. I invite you to breathe down to your pelvic floor again. Perfect. Can you now feel that things are going and starting to shift in your bodies? All this sensation that you feel, it's like a combination of old assumptions, conclusions, programs that you hold in your subconscious mind, not processed emotions from God knows when. things that happen that got frozen in our system. When I say frozen, I mean that it's kind of stuck in your system, and as your brain is trying to figure out, am I in a, is there a tiger chasing me, or am I safe? So until we tell our system, well, I'm safe, it just feels uncomfortable, this frozen energies cannot move. It's like building blocks that are building blocks of your persona, your identity, your ego. And we start to realize, maybe I'm wrong about a lot of things, maybe I'm wrong about everything. I just believe a lot of old conclusions that are not accurate anymore because of something that happened when I was 10, maybe. And we soften down even more because that child needs a lot of love and support and presence from you, because you're your parent. Another way you can look at, like, instead of the train station, maybe I use this way. It's like I'm feeling the feeling, and it's like I'm softening into the feeling and fall through it, because I allow it so much. I fall through it, and I know I'm held by life. That's expansion too. The more you expand in your consciousness, the more in contact with your authentic self you are. The more you can express your true nature. The more you know you're worthy. I also feel now when I'm speaking of this, and I felt it before the broadcast too, it's like, don't underestimate the power of compassion. Compassion. And I can feel some of you is like, but how do I know how to tap into that? The power of intention and allowing. You can also tap into it by, if you maybe have children or siblings that you love dearly, or and I have, a mom and siblings and nephew and nieces that I love dearly, but I also have friends and people in my life that I love dearly, and the compassion I can tune into, really good. I feel that you're doing this. When I tune into them, heals my body, bringing me closer to my wholeness, or the wholeness. You're already whole, but you can tune into the understanding that you are wholeness already by using compassion as an energy for your healing, for your expansion in consciousness. Compassion. And I can also feel dogs. If you have a dog, I heard that I should say that. It's like what I wouldn't do for my dog, or maybe my cat or horse. Good. So good. And I also feel now it's going down into your solar plexus area, and that is like, the seat of your powerhouse. And when we go through life and we experience things that are like a gut punch, and you feel like someone totally took your power away, it's hard to get that feeling of I'm strong, I'm powerful, and I can, go on with my day and feel fantastic. We have a new user, it's a Facebook user. He says, "Hey, Annika Döse, I don't see your name. It's because I'm using StreamYard as a broadcasting service, and they tell the user to allow me to see the name. So if you want to be known as you have to do that, or you just or you don't have to. I say hey to you, but welcome." So hej Jenny, välkommen. So I just with the others, telling them to breathe and soften their bodies and be present in this moment. And softening the body is being 2% more, allowing 2% more presence, allowing 2% more of what's in your system at the moment to rise, to feel whatever is in there, to be felt. Really good. And I can also feel for you guys that's been here. It's now you allowed yourself to be with what you're feeling in your body for, like maybe 20 minutes or so. Now you can choose a conscious choice. And maybe that is like, I want to feel love. I want to feel infinite possibilities. I want to feel the divine presence. We have all different, wishes in life. Maybe for some of you, it's like, I want to feel that there's hope. I want to feel joy. Like whatever you're feeling, you're lacking of in this moment, you can invite it now because you're so present. So you're like, presence is contact with consciousness, joy, the divine source energy, happiness, abundance, as you probably heard of in many like people they want abundance in their life, peace. When you're in this state and you can consciously ask for maybe peace, and you receive that, we are also, when we receive the peace or the joy or the abundance or infinite possibilities, your electromagnetic field of your system will radiate that out. So when we have, like in the world now, when it's a lot of turmoil and things going on, and we're sending love and light to them from a state of stress or worry or like a low vibrant state of being, we are actually sending out more of that we are the state we're in now. When you're in this state and when you choose to bring in the frequency of light, of love, of whatever juicy frequency you want to feel, happiness, joy, that is what's being radiated out into the world. So for me, I'm right now choosing peace, because for me, I feel that is needed. Even for me, but for a lot of people in the world. So how do we receive the frequency? Intention and allow. And I want you to feel like you're, at least in Sweden or the northern hemisphere of the earth, is like we have the seasons, and the winter are really long and dark. So in the spring, when the sun comes out, I even got a photo from my mom the other day. She was sitting on the little staircase outside the kitchen in the sun, just like with clothes, like a lot of clothes on, but just, that feeling of sitting there and feeling the sun on your skin. You're just in receiving mode. It's like taking a warm bath. You're in receiving mode. Or you're sunbathing on the rocks on the west coast of Sweden. Is beautiful. And I just love the feeling of lying there and feel the warmth of the like the mountain. And it's like it's defrost my system from the inside. I'm in receiving mode. I can assure you, your receiving mode, it's radiating out what you're receiving. It's just a natural design of our systems. So receiving mode, I know a lot of your givers until you cannot give anymore. Me too. But since I started to be a better receiver, my body feels stronger. I feel more calm, more happy, joyful, more, the endless possibilities feeling is kind of a good state to be in. Have a lot of more fun being in that state. Good. I can feel you're receiving a lot now. So you keep receiving, and it's like we can tell our cells to open up. Just see them open up like little suns. And when you think all your cells are opened, you let the cells of the unknown be open too, the ones we're not aware of. Open up too. Good. Even more. And in the pelvis area, a lot of us women are really tensed in these areas of our hips and experiences that we had that made us close down a bit. Really good. We open up ourselves in our legs, our feet, our toes, our arms, fingers, head, neck, eyes, face, brain, heart, lungs, liver. I hear to say a lot of organs here. Spleen. Spine. Good. Really, really good. Good, guys. Ears. Oh, so it's some of you don't know what to do. You're not supposed to do anything. We're still in observing mode, but we can receive the light from that frequency that we are wishing for, maybe peace or the divine source energy, or we just receive it. Good. So just receive it with intention and allow it to be received. And you just basically simmer in this, which means sit in your warm bath, soak it in. Don't forget to breathe. Perfect. Softly and gently. It's not to breathe, I'm good at this. It's a soft, gentle breath of the mother or the father holding you in a way. Beautiful. Good. Maybe some of you are wanting to receive your greatest expansion that you can move through right now. And that's a choice. You don't have to do anything that I tell you to do. It's not if you feel like a resistance, just embrace your resistance, because that means a part of your system is not feeling safe. Just embrace the fact. So if you're willing to receive the greatest expansion, You say yes and allow again. Ooh, good. So worthiness is a belief. And we can either choose to believe in it or we can choose not to believe in it. I choose to believe that I am peace, that I am joy, that I am worthy. Good. Now I can feel this is coming down in the group too. I am that which I'm looking for. Beautiful. And the breath again. Sometimes it's like we almost forget to breathe because we want to feel all that's going on in this state. It's so good. You're doing great. I also feel to say, if you can say out loud or internally, out loud is really good in a way because you speak to your subconscious mind like a parent would do to a child. I'm not space nor time. So it's like, I'm not this body. I don't have a shape or form. And there is no past or future. My body can only live in the now. Super good. I only have this moment in every moment. There's nowhere to be. There's nowhere to get. This is where you don't have to repeat this anymore. This is where I access my power. Good, you got downloads now, I felt. So you access your power here, and this is where you choose from. Really, really good. And I can feel some of you are feeling planets and different galaxies. I can feel some of you feel more connected to nature. We all have different truths. We are here for different reasons. So what you are experiencing right now is exactly what you're supposed to experience right now. And if you don't feel anything, that is perfect too. Just embrace what you're feeling. I can assure you that your body is receiving this. Yeah, definitely. Your body is receiving all of this. The body is of universal intelligence. It's designed to receive frequencies like these. Really good. So we can also allow us to be taller. It's like a stretch. So I'm going to ask. Good. guides to just stretch us out for a bit. It's like the spine is getting perfect. Good. Because it's no shape upwards either. It's like perfect, really good. So I'm going to ask for a lot of white light to shower through your system. Just to like a shower in a way. To just remove what's not in service for you anymore in a way. It's like you don't need it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And allow this to shower through you and all the way down to your feet, down into the ground, down into like root, to be rooted into the middle of earth. Really good. Perfect. And you can repeat for yourself, I'm worthy because I am love. Good. I'm worthy because I am peace. I'm worthy because I am joy. And I can release the existence of worthiness in my system because it's just a belief. Beautiful. Perfect. And just radiate like suns. How do you feel, guys? Did you zone out? Wiggle your toes a bit. Rub your thighs. Tap your body. How are you? Ja, vad bra. Wonderful. If you are having a bit of a problem coming back, just tap your body. I'm here now in this body. I'm here now. So it's 6 o'clock here. It's 7 o'clock in Sweden. If you have questions, I'm not gonna keep you here. Oh, relaxed and rooted. That's good. I cannot see who it is, but is it Fred maybe? I invite you to write to me if you have questions. I will be here next Wednesday again. And let's see what's coming up then, but it will be like this. As I said in the beginning, it's not a lot of information that I trying to squeeze into you. Like, hi Fred, I'm happy you're here. But it's like you receive the wisdom of it while you are in a relaxed state. So your body just remembers. It's like you remember who you truly are, and you open up to. You open up your system so you can be the truth of who you are. The all the densities and programs and everything will dissolve, and what's left is you, the truth of you. Varsågod, Lina. Okay, so Fred is asking how to let me know he's here. There's StreamYard is a service that I'm using for these broadcasts, because I stream to, I'm on this website, and the program goes to Facebook and then to YouTube. And you have to allow StreamYard to show your name in this, well, you have to allow StreamYard to show your name. So I see you as Facebook user. And when I announce this broadcast, there's like a little text that says, click on this link to admit for the user to see your name. And you click on the link, and then when you're on the next page, you just click on this blue, I think it's like a blue big square, and just click there, and that's all you have to do. So next time I will see your name. Thank you, everybody. Just reach out if you have questions, and I'll see you here in a week. I hope you enjoyed it. Kisses. Bye.